This is a brief refresher video on what I would take as the first steps, just to reintroduce you to some commands that you'll probably be using for these next couple weeks while we're in Rhino. So I'm just I'm in the file here, in the main file. I've turned everything off. I've turned the near side and the far side off, except for the lot and the grid lines. The first thing I want to reintroduce you to is the gumball. You can check out the longer tutorial earlier, but keep in mind you could just push and pull these things without any precise dimensions, but you can also just click it once and give it something like 25 feet. You might want to copy and paste this grid line, these grids multiple times, and a quick tip here is to right click the layer and select the objects, and then you can copy and paste them. You can also copy the layer in the command prompt there. But then you can move this up, let's say 72 feet, right? If you want to start at from the mezzanine level for the residential rather than start at the ground, you can copy it up 500 feet, whatever. That might be a quick option there. But that's just a quick refresher on selecting all object layers. You can also lock your object layers so you can't select the grid lines at all. We're staying fairly rectilinear this semester, so I would recommend really just sticking to the box, the plane, and the line or the polyline commands as your main sort of geometry generators, or the rectangle command as well. But here I'm just running the box command. You can do it as 3-point, but really what you're probably going to want to do, especially if you have this grid line, is to just count. It's 100 feet by 125 feet. And then you could type, 500 feet or something to get you going there. The next command here is it's a series of Boolean commands. So Boolean is and or whatever. And I'm just going to draw a box here, and I'm going to make it 100 feet tall. Then I'm going to run a command called Boolean difference. It's asking me what I want to subtract from and what I want to subtract with. And there we go. I could have, moved this up 100 feet. I'll show you what I could have done. I can run the Boolean difference command. I can subtract from this, hit right mouse button or hit enter to run to the next one, and then I can turn my delete input on, and then I can select that, right? And then it will delete that thing. Alternative for doing the exact same thing is to make it 100 by 125, but already take that box out. Whoops, that's what I want. And then doing another one, this way. Let's get that to snap, come on. Alright, so if that doesn't snap, I'll show you another command here. So I can select this and I can run scale 1D. So it's starting my start point, and then it's asking for a reference point or a factor, but I want to reference this and scale it to that, right? So two different ways to create the same object. And then you can Boolean union these things and merge all, in Rhino 7, merge all coplanar faces instead of merge all faces. And then you get a solid polysurface. You can rotate that, you can flip that, you can mirror that. If I have copy on mirror, let's turn that on. There you go. And that's essentially it. We can do some planes here too. So if you want to run some, make some quick massing studies for balconies or porches or something, you can copy these things down at certain intervals. And then the last thing I'll rehash here for the massing studies is the contour command. So the contour command was introduced last semester. Is extremely efficient to getting floor plans done, and especially if you make a new layer and I call these contour and I put those on that layer. They could be level or whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to run the contour command. Pay attention to the subcommands here, and I want to assign layers by the current layer. You can also change it to the input object, but I'm going to keep it as the current layer, and I'm going to select what I want to contour, my base point, the direction, and then I want to do these at, 12 feet or something. And so you get all of your curves, which are joined curves, closed curves, all on the contour layer. So these could be like, contour 1. Now let's do new layer, contour 2. Make that one. I can actually hide contour 1, and then I can contour again. And then do that at 10 feet, right? So you can see a more dense layer system here. So there you can see both of them turned on, but you can do a series of these, right? You can keep this on, if this is all masking 1. Whoops, let's do, let's put this on masking 1, then all of the contours would stay with that one, right? So it's its own study. So that's it. Just to get you started, just keep reference to your Boolean commands. Contour will really help you out in your early stages, and then make liberal use of the gumball and the move command, and that combined with this grid should make this early stage quite fluid.